What is going on, you guys? We are here in Germany on Monday Night Raw, and we are here in the Universe mode, and here on Monday Night Raw after Money in the Bank. If you've not seen the Money in the Bank premium live event, make sure to go check it out. But coming out first, making her debut, we've got AJ Lee, and I did say it before. Someone actually commented and asked if AJ Lee was going to be making a debut or anything. She was going to be in the Universe mode, and she is here. So if there's ever anyone you want to see in the Universe mode, let me know in the comments below. But AJ Lee ready for action tonight. And alrighty, set to go one-on-one with AJ Lee. We've got Zoey Stark, and I think this should be a pretty fun and entertaining way to open up Monday Night Raw. Both women very great in the ring. Zoey Stark, I think, is someone that's always been kind of underappreciated. Definitely missing her IRL right now. Hopefully that rehab on her leg, because she obviously messed her knee up. I think she tore her ACL is what it was, so hopefully she's rehabbing pretty good. But here tonight, she's getting to go against AJ Lee in the Universe mode. So let's get right into the opening match of Monday Night Raw. And alrighty, here we go. First match of the night. Both women go into the middle of the ring. And Zoey Stark right away bringing it to AJ Lee. And keeps her there for the pin. But a kick out at one from AJ Lee. And Zoey Stark gonna let her get to her feet. And nice kick there from AJ. And now AJ Lee starting to bring the fight back a little bit. And an Irish whip. And now waiting for Zoey Stark to come back. And another kick. And now she's going to go for a pin. Is that enough to put her away? One. No, Zoey Stark going to kick out at one. And AJ Lee looking a little frustrated there. But it's going to take a lot more than just a spinning kick to the face to put Zoey Stark away for the 3 count, I believe. And now AJ Lee bringing her in. And a nice swinging neck breaker there from AJ. And now Zoey Stark able to reverse it, and now beating the hell out of AJ Lee. And Zoey Stark waiting for Lee to get up, and she went for a springboard crossbody, it looked like, but AJ Lee was able to get out of the way, and now going to work on the arm there of Zoey Stark. It looks like she might have been looking for some kind of takedown there, maybe a clothesline. And now AJ Lee not letting Zoey Stark put her to the ground, able to reverse it. And a nice power slam there from AJ Lee, and Zoey Stark rolling out of the ring for a moment. And now Zoey Stark dropping AJ Lee and right into the pin. But the ref doesn't get over there in time to even start the count. And now Zoey Stark picking her up, and now she's going for a roll-up. Is that enough? Oh no, not even a count of one. And now Zoey going to work on the neck area of AJ Lee. Right now, Zoey Stark's actually looking very good against the vet and AJ Lee. And now she might be looking for a springboard move. Last time didn't go so well for her. Will it be the same outcome? No. Oh, yes, it is. AJ Lee moves out of the way once again. I thought that was going to connect, but last moment AJ Lee did move out of the way. And now AJ for the pin in the middle of the ring, but a kick out at one from Zoey Stark. And AJ Lee getting down on top of Zoey Stark and beating the hell out of her. And AJ Lee taunting Zoey, wanting her to get to her feet. And now AJ Lee with the Shining Wizard, a beautiful signature move. But AJ's not done. I think she's looking to set up that finishing move. And she is. What's Zoey going to do? Is she going to tap out? The Black Widow is locked in. AJ Lee has got it locked in tight. What is Zoey going to do? Zoey Stark. And Zoey Stark tapped out. AJ Lee is the winner. AJ Lee wins in her debut on Monday Night Raw. What a victory. What the hell is this? Alexa Bliss in the ring. What's Alexa doing out here? Is she staring down AJ Lee? What does this mean? Well, either way, what a debut for AJ Lee, getting a victory over Zoey Stark. But hey, Zoey Stark looked pretty good against AJ Lee, so Not a bad match for Zoe Stark neither, but AJ Lee does overcome. Zoe Stark makes her tap out to the Black Widow. And Alexa Bliss at the end of the match coming out, getting in the face of AJ Lee and calling her out, it looks like. So we might be seeing these two down the road. But that is going to do it for the first match of Monday Night Raw. So let's get right into the second one right now. And alrighty, it's time for the second match of the night. And Jevon Evans and Joe Hendry in action. And here we go. Jevon Evans right away dropping Joe Hendry. And now a beautiful springboard moonsault. And I'm not sure why the entrances didn't work for the second match. So if the entrances aren't working, I apologize for that. I'll have to figure that out for Friday Night SmackDown. Hopefully that's not the case. But Jevon Evans, obviously, Mr. Money in the Bank. That is right. Excited to see what he's going to do with that briefcase and what he is going to cash it in. But right now, Joe Hendry bringing the fight to the young OG. And now Jevon gets back to his feet just to go back down on his back after a big shoulder tackle there from Joe Hendry. And now Joe bringing it to Jevon Evans right now. Joe Hendry's looking really good. And not slowing down, picking Jevon Evans right back up to his feet. Want to throw Jevon in the corner, but Jevon able to reverse it. And now Jevon starting to bring the fight back. Trying to get back into this matchup. Running at Joe Hendry and a nice monkey flip there from Jevon Evans. And now a pin in the middle of the ring. One. No, and a kick out at one from Joe Hendry. And now both men locking up in the middle of the ring. Who's going to gain control? It's going to be Jevon back and Joe Hendry into the ropes. Referee trying to break things up. A lot of aggression, and Joe Hendry showing off a lot of aggression there. Went right to the throat of Jevon Evans. And the fans clapping along with Joe Hendry. And they're locking up for a second time. But this time it's going to be Hendry backing Jevon up into the ropes. The referee once again trying to break things up. And Joe Hendry with the kick to the midsection. But Jevon able to reverse that one. And now Jevon, he's got a hold of Joe Hendry. Going to bring him over to the ropes. What is he looking for here? Joe Hendry going to throw him over into the outside on the concrete ground. But Joe Hendry going right after him. Jevon's finally back up to his feet, but getting knocked back down with a big chop there from Joe. And Hendry is on fire right now. Jevon Evans is going to have to do something to get back into this matchup if he wants to get a victory here tonight on Monday Night Raw. And now Joe Hendry went to throw Jevon over into the steel steps, but it was reversed. Both men finally back in the ring, and Jevon Evans backing Joe Hendry into that corner, and he's got him set up. What's Jevon looking to do here? Jevon Evans, he's going up there. What is he doing? Jevon Evans. Oh my goodness, a Spanish fly from Jevon Evans to Joe Hendry. What a move from the young OG. And now Hendry using the ropes to help himself back up to his feet. But Jevon Evans showing that he's bouncy. Jevon Evans, one of the best high flyers right now to do it. But Joe Hendry coming back right now against Jevon. And now picking him up and a big spine buster. And now a pin. Is that enough to put away the young OG? No, it is not. A kick out at 2 from Jevon. But Joe Hendry picks him right back up to his feet. He's got him picked up. He's looking for that fall-away slam. And now a kip up. And now Joe Hendry might be looking for a finisher, but there's a kip up there from Jevon as well. And now Evans with the power slam, it looks like. And now getting in the face of Joe Hendry there. Joe's back up to his feet, and Jevon Evans with the drop kick, and oh my goodness, dropping Hendry there. And that was a weird looking fall there. And now Jevon, I'm not sure what he was looking for. What the hell? Jevon Evans, he's got Joe Hendry up, and he dropped him with his own finishing choke slam move. Is that enough to put away Hendry? No, he kicks out. Joe Hendry able to kick out at 2. Jevon was using the finisher of Joe Hendry, but he was able to kick out. And Jevon Evans, beautiful arm drag there. Big super kick of Jevon Evans. No, a roll up here from Joe Hendry. Is that enough? 1, 2. No, and a kick out at 2.5. Jevon able to keep the match alive. Now Joe Hendry has him up on his shoulders, but Jevon with the elbows able to get out of it. And now Jevon Evans looking for a springboard drop kick, and it connects to the back of Joe Hendry, but Joe Hendry is getting hyped up and dropping Jevon. And now Jevon's back up to his feet. Oh my goodness! And he just busted open Joe Hendry. Jevon Evans gets him up to his feet. What is he looking for here? Oh, Joe Hendry able to reverse it. I think Jevon might have been looking for a finishing move, but Joe Hendry was able to reverse it. And now Joe Hendry showing Jevon how it's actually done. He's got him up and he puts him down. He is stunned. 1, 2, 3, and Joe Hendry gets the victory. Well, there you have it. Joe Hendry able to overcome the young OG, Mr. Money in the Bank, Jevon Evans, here on Monday Night Raw. And I mean, Jevon did come back a little bit and was doing good, but in the end, Joe Hendry was just too much for him. Big victory for Joe Hendry here tonight on Monday Night Raw. But we're going to get into the third match of the night, which will be a tag team match. So let's get right into it. Alrighty, we are here for the third match of the night. And as you can see, we've got Fatal Influence. Here we go. Fatal Influence. And got Kiana James in the corner. First time we're seeing Kiana out with them. Going against the Wyatt Six. And you might be wondering, why is Wendy Chu in the Wyatt Six? Well, Wendy Chu wasn't going to be able to do anything, unfortunately, this season. And Nikki Cross, she didn't know what she was going to be doing other than being part of the Wyatt Six. So she said, why not bring Wendy Chu to the Wyatt Six? And why not make her part of this family? And they can team up. So they're getting an opportunity against the former women's tag team champions right now, but obviously they are pissed off after losing their women's tag team titles at Money in the Bank, and Fallon Henley is bringing it to Nikki Cross right now. Also, I did say before, I'm not sure why the entrances are not working. I must have messed something up. I don't know if I did something differently, so I apologize for that. That will be fixed by Friday Night SmackDown. But a roll up here from Fallon Henley, but it's going to be a kick out at 1 from Nikki Cross. And now Fallon throwing Nikki Cross into the corner, and now tagging in JC Jane. And now an assisted shoulder tackle there. What a beautiful move. But JC Jane not slowing down. She's wanting to hit a springboard move here. Oh, maybe not. She was looking for something else, but it didn't work out in her favor. But now, gonna throw her into the corner and running right at her and dropping Nikki Cross. And a beautiful swanton, I think it was a swanton looking front flip into the corner there, excuse me. And there she goes for the senton. There we go. And now JC Jane looking for an Irish whip, but it's reverse. Nikki Cross running right at JC Jane and dropping her. And now Nikki Cross walking over to her tag team partner. Gonna tag in Wendy Chu. And now Wendy Chu, JC Jane in the match, but Wendy Chu getting dropped with a neck breaker. And now JC Jane gonna tag in Fallon Henley. And a nice move from Fallon Henley, dropping Wendy Chu. But she's not slowing down. She's going to work on the arm now and picks her right up to her feet. Fallon Henley looking really strong in this match so far. And now JC Jane getting tagged back into the match. It looks like they might be looking for that assisted shoulder tackle once again. A thing of beauty from those two women. And JC Jane went to go throw Wendy Choo into the corner, but Wendy Choo reversed it. And now grabbing JC Jane and going to send her shoulder first right into the post. And Wendy Choo starting to come back against JC Jane. But as soon as I say that, there's a roll up by JC Jane. But it's not going to be enough. A kick out at one from Wendy Choo. Oh, Wendy Choo, though. She's got her in a headlock. She's got her. She's got it locked in tight. But JC Jane going to be able to get out of it finally. And now both women back to their feet. And Irish whip in the corner there from Wendy Choo. And she went to go tag in Cross, but JC Jane didn't allow it. Got the elbow up. But right now, Wendy Choo bringing the fight to JC Jane. And now she's got a hold of JC Jane. Going to bring her to the corner. Hit her head right off the turnbuckle. And now Wendy Choo running right at her. It looked like an elbow drop there. Oh, but a roll-up here from JC Jane. Is that enough? One. No, a quick kick out at one from Wendy Choo. And JC Jane gets her up to her feet. Now what is she going for? She has her picked up. And a backdrop. Landing her right onto her back. Fallon Henley getting tagged into the matchup. And I believe Kiana James just threw a bat in the ring. Right now, Fallon Henley waiting for Choo to get to her feet. But Choo moves out of the way. And Wendy Choo, she might be looking for a signature. And she connects with it. Turning Fallon Henley inside out. And now she's got a finisher. And this is not looking good for Fallon Henley. But Wendy Choo instead goes and tags in Nikki Cross. And Nikki Cross dropping Fallon Henley. And now Nikki Cross with the moonsault, but it doesn't connect. And now with Irish whip here from Nikki Cross. And a big clothesline dropping Fallon Henley. And now Cross, what is she going to go for here? Looks like she's going right to the eyes of Fallon Henley. And now going to throw her into the corner. And want to maybe tag in Wendy Choo, but the elbow from Fallon Henley instead. And now an Irish whip into the corner. Fallon Henley gonna tag in JC Jane. And you know what they're looking for. A third time. And once again it connects. But Nikki Cross getting right up to her feet. Throwing JC Jane into their corner. But JC Jane able to get the elbow up. And now JC Jane has a hold of Nikki Cross. Hitting the face right off the turnbuckle, and JC Jane now bringing her right in for a clothesline. But she ain't slowing down. She gets Nikki Cross up right to her feet. And now an elbow from Nikki Cross. And now an elbow from JC Jane. And JC Jane now, what is she looking for here? She hits the ropes. And a big knee. And Nikki Cross is stunned. What a signature move. But Wendy Choo gets into the ring and breaks things up. But now JC Jane picks Nikki Cross up to her feet and throws her into the corner. And what is she going to look for here? She's waiting and instead goes to stomp her. But Nikki Cross gets the foot up the second time. Oh, and Nikki Cross with a nice hurricanrana there. And she picks JC Jane up now. And now Nikki Cross sending her into their corner. And now Wendy Choo getting the tag. And now they're working together. Throwing her inside. Just turning her upside down right into those turnbuckles. And Wendy Choo now going to work on the ankle of JC Jane. JC Jane might need to get over to tag in Fallon Henley. And she's looking for a hot tag. Wendy Choo getting distracted by Kiana James. Kiana James able to distract Wendy Choo. And now Fallon Henley gets in for the tag. And that is big time. And now Fallon Henley. She's looking for a signature move. Good job by Kiana James. Distracting Wendy Choo. The pin. 2. No, and a kick out at 2.5. Fallon Henley can't believe it. She is so irritated, but she gets Wendy Choo up. And now Fallon Henley, she's got her on her shoulders, dropping her. And now Fallon Henley, what is she looking for here? Sitting her up. Now going to work on the neck of Wendy Choo. We have... Oh, and I think she might be looking for a finisher here. And she was, but Wendy Choo caught it. Wendy Choo caught the leg of Fallon Henley. And now Choo picking up Fallon. And what they go for an Irish whip, but it was reversed. And now Fallon Henley throwing Wendy Choo into the corner and tagging JC Jane in the match. And a big hit to the midsection from JC Jane. Oh, and JC Jane just dropped her with her finishing move. A big elbow. 1, 2, 3. And Fatal Influence with the victory. Well, there you have it. Fatal Influence gets the victory. JC Jane and Fallon Henley defeating the Wyatt Six, which obviously is Nikki Cross and Wendy Choo. But what a match. And Kiana James out here ringside for Fatal Influence, obviously, and kind of helped out by interfering and getting the attention of Wendy Choo at one point. So JC Jane was able to take a breather and get the tag to Fallon Henley. So what a match we just got for the women's division, and obviously these two just lost the women's tag team titles, unfortunately, but I do think after tonight we could possibly be seeing them get a rematch because they are still having a good season so far. Their only loss was, at Money in the Bank when they lost the tag team titles, so might get to watch that again. But we're going to get to the main event of Monday Night Raw. And alrighty, here we are. It is time for the main event of the night, and coming out first, we've got Ilja Dragunov. So apparently, I don't know what's going on with the entrances because they're working for the main event and stuff. So I don't know. We'll figure out what's going on exactly. But either way, main event time. The Intercontinental Champion Ilja Dragunov is here. And, I mean, this should be a fun main event. Ilja Dragunov, hoping he can do good. And obviously, Bronson Reed was the IC champion coming into this year, but we had a ladder match, and Ilja Dragunov was obviously the winner. So, excited to see what happens here tonight, but let's get to the IC champion's opponent for tonight. And alrighty, coming out next, we've got Santos Escobar, and Santos Escobar going to be going one-on-one here tonight with the Mad Dragon himself, the Intercontinental Champion Ilja Dragunov, and I am excited to see what Santos can do tonight. Santos Escobar always does some weird stuff in like my universe modes. It always feels like he's always doing solid, or he's making some kind of upset happen. So it would be a big-time victory for Santos Escobar if he could upset the Intercontinental Champion Ilja Dragunov. But let's get right into the main event. And alrighty, it is time for the main event of the night. And here we go. Santos running right at Ilja, but instead they lock up. And who's going to get control? It's going to be the Mad Dragon. He's got him in a headlock position and just tossing him to the mat like he's nothing. And now, once again, they're going to lock up. But this time it's going to be Santos gaining control. And he's got the arm and going to work on the arm of Ilja Dragunov. And now Santos has it behind his back. He's got the arm behind the back of Ilja Dragunov. Really going to work. Ilja going to have to figure out a way to get out of this. But Santos instead dropping the champion for a minute. Oh my goodness, but a spinning chop there is what it looked like from Ilja Dragunov. And now he's going to work on the ankle. And now Dragunov, he is hyped up. He looks on fire right now. and an Irish whip from Ilja. And now a big German suplex. And Santos, though, he got right back up to his feet, and now he dropped him with a drop kick. And now both men in the middle of the ring exchanging blows. And now Santos coming back with one of his own. And both men beating the hell out of each other right now in this main event of Monday Night Raw. And now the Mad Dragon coming back with the chopping. Both men chopping the hell out of each other. Who is going to gain control? It looks like Ilja there caught it, and he caught it once again. And Santos, no, instead, Ilja dropping him with the kick to the side of the head. And Santos, he was stunned for a moment, but he no longer is, but still not having control of this match. Ilja running right at him in a big clothesline and running back at him again for a second one. And then he throws him to the mat. Ilja Dragunov is looking on fire right now. Oh my goodness, he just hit him with this signature move. And what is this? And it looks like we've got some company. And it looks like Berto is out here. And obviously, yes, part of Legado del Fantasma. He's out here and he's at ringside. And Santos going for a roll-up. Is that enough to put him away? One. No, he kicks out at one, and Ilja has to keep his eyes on Santos, and Santos has him up. He's looking for the Phantom Driver. Oh my goodness, he is stunned. Is that enough to put away the IC champion? No, it isn't. Ilja kicks out at two. What a hell of a Phantom Driver, but he was able to kick out, and now Ilja Dragunov dropping Santos Escobar. And Ilja Dragunov, he does still have a finisher in store. And right now, he might be looking for the H-bomb, and he hits it. Santos is stunned. Ilja Dragunov going for the pin. Is that enough? 1, 2, 3, and Ilja Dragunov gets the victory over Santos Escobar. What a win for the Intercontinental Champion. And oh my goodness, Oba Femi is in the ring with the IC champion. Oh my goodness. Did Oba Femi just call out the champion? I think he did. And there you have it. Oba Femi comes out, stares down the IC champion, and that would be huge. I mean, Oba Femi obviously came into this season as the World Heavyweight Champion. Unfortunately for him, he did lose it, though, to Jacob Fatu, and had an opportunity to get in the Money in the Bank, and he didn't. But now Oba Femi, the ruler, looking at that IC champion, and might be looking to take it from the Mad Dragon, Ilja Dragunov. What a feud that will be. But that is going to do it for this episode of Monday Night Raw. I do hope you guys enjoyed. As always, if you did, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you guys know when I post videos. And like I said before, if there's ever someone you want to see possibly be in a match, or maybe a match you want to see, let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to suggestions. But we will see you in the next one, and we will be on Friday Night SmackDown. And until then, AC Entertainment is out. Peace.